out there. So without the support of the government, Pfizer is not going to be able to go anywhere. So this is a joint venture between the private and the public business groups that were able to bring the FDA and multi-companies. This is a German company, BioNTech, as well as Pfizer, that were able to bring this vaccine. It's 90% effective, as you said. We need to go after nursing home, people that are really vulnerable, the elderly, where this virus is going after. And as they predicted that we have this in November, we're going to have about 50 million doses of this by December. And as we turn 2021, Bob, we're going to have about 1.5 billion doses of this vaccine. It's very promising, great news, especially with the numbers going up at this point.
Yeah, I mean, they were talking about, I think even Fauci said by the end of the year, we could be seeing this thing rolled out, people getting the vaccine before the end of the year. It's already, early November. That's crazy. One person not too happy about it, a person who only cares about politics and not about COVID-19 at all, is New York's Governor Andrew Cuomo, who says he's very concerned about the timing of the vaccine rollout. Take a listen to this.
The good news is the Pfizer tests look good and we'll have a vaccine shortly. The bad news is that it's about 2 months before Joe Biden takes over, and that means this administration is going to be implementing a vaccine plan. The vaccine plan is very important, and it's probably the most ambitious undertaking since COVID began. The Trump administration is rolling out the vaccination plan, and I believe it's flawed.
Well, of course he does. The Trump administration is the reason why this vaccine came out so fast. Warp speed has worked tremendously well. They've got a plan to get the military involved in getting it out to people. The plan looks great. Cuomo hates it because it was a Republican that came up with it. What do you think?
I agree that we need to keep politics outside medicine. I think the federal government needs to get this emergency approval, and we're going to get the Army to really distribute these doses. This is going to open up our economy. It's going to open up the restaurants. People have been hurting for many months, and I think I see the light at the end of the tunnel, Rob, and this is great, great news for America. The only thing about this is that they have to get 2 shots about 3 weeks apart. Yeah. This has to be refrigerated to minus 90 degree Fahrenheit. But other than that, I think, it's a great news. And by the way, there are 2 other companies that probably will come up with different type of vaccine. All great news in the battle against this virus.
I read something about this thing, though. It has something to do with your DNA, that this vaccine, the way it's made, can change your DNA. I'm not a doctor, but have you heard anything like that?
No, there's a lot of conspiracy stuff going online. But look, this is an RNA vaccine. This is not a Trump vaccine. This is going through many different scientific clinical trials. About 43,000 people have volunteered. There's a third party that's looking over this. So for some people just don't like any vaccines. I understand that. They don't even get flu vaccine. I get this. But if we have something that's 90% effective, especially if it can cover the elderly, the nursing home, people who are at risk, this is a game changer, Rob.
Yeah, 90%, by the way, to those of you at home, apparently that is just a crazy number for an effective rate for a vaccine. Right, Doctor?
That's true. Yes, we didn't expect this. We were thinking about maybe 50 to 60%. Right. But this is really a great outcome, and can't wait to stop talking about lockdown. Can't wait to stop talking about masks. Mandatory mask is probably not the cure for this problem. Yeah. While people have to be careful about social distancing and masks at this point, hopefully with these vaccines we can put end to this and we can start our life again like the way we know it. Not the real norm, but the old American style.
Absolutely. I'm so sick of wearing this stupid mask. Let's talk about Eli.
We're posting all these videos, Rob, on our Instagram, and we're going to put a lot of information out there because we can't post anything on Twitter, unfortunately.
Yeah, well, and we all know why. Let's talk about Eli Lilly here for a second, too, because they also have some good news that came out even more recently. The last 24 hours has just been huge for COVID-19. Eli Lilly with an antibody therapy. Essentially, it kickstarts the immune response. This is after you've already gotten sick with COVID, right?
Yes, that's also like very similar concept like Regeneron, where we can actually boost your immune system. So from every angle, we're going after this virus. This is like what we've been waiting for such a long time, and people were getting disappointed by this. Not only we are going to be able to give you the vaccine to boost your antibodies, now even if you have recovered from this, we can boost your immune system to protect you. Remember that we're talking about these antibodies maybe lasting 4 to 6 months, and now we can basically boost that in order to get maybe longer protection as well as T-cell immunity which is going to last much longer than some of these antibodies that may be fading. So another great news. And you have also another company that's coming with a new vaccine, hopefully in the next month or so. So all the clinical trials that Vice President Pence and President Trump pushed, it's all coming to become mature, and we're getting the result of all of their hard work in the last year.
It's something else. Cheers to Operation Warp Speed, to the administration, to Pfizer, to Eli Lilly, which is headquartered in my hometown, Indianapolis, Indiana. And, sir, doctor, thank you so much for joining us this morning.